Hello and welcome back to WMSD TV. I'm Colin Considine here at the studio. Thanksgiving is over, and students are settling back into school after the break. Emma Golub is here to tell us about how some students celebrated their Thanksgiving.
The favorites of Thanksgiving. This time of the year is not only about the days off and the food. People meet with their families and enjoy this time together.
Waking up in the morning and watching the Macy's Day Parade.
Getting to see family that I usually don't see for the whole year.
I love watching the football games.
All these things bring people together, and food is one of them. Usually grandparents are the ones in charge of the main dishes. Grandma's freshly baked turkey, cranberry sauce, or sweet pumpkin pie. Everyone gets excited about the food, but some are not the biggest fans of the whole Thanksgiving menu.
Eating the food because I'm a picky eater.
Eating the turkey is kind of dry.
Not everyone cooks their dinner at home. Some people spend this time on the roads, going on vacation. Some travel to visit their families and spend this time with everyone together.
I go to my cousin's house and have Thanksgiving with my aunt and uncle.
My uncles on both sides of my family and my cousins and grandparents.
My cousins, my grandparents, and other family around.
Whether some celebrate Thanksgiving or not, everyone enjoys this time. Seeing family and eating delicious food is the way to celebrate and be thankful. After the generous meal, some people get ready for the next day to go shopping. And for some, it's their least favorite thing.
Talking about Black Friday.
But enjoy this time with things we love. And not to forget our favorite tradition, to bring you this news. This is Emma Golub, reporting for WMSD TV News.
At MSD, there has recently been a dip in the amount of technology teachers are receiving. Julia Moncayo is here with the story.
Hi, my name is Julian Mogaya, reporting for WMSD News. Throughout Stoneman Douglas, technology varies greatly from classroom to classroom. With the recent addition of the 1500 building, technology in those classrooms is just as new as the building. Teachers in buildings such as the 700 building don't possess a key piece of technology that is slowly being distributed throughout the school, the Promethean Active Panel.
I think kids respond to it if teachers have the technology and they're using it so that the kids can be more engaged in the lessons and their learning. I think it's definitely a positive thing.
While some teachers have received their active panels, other teachers are still using their projector whiteboard combination.
Absolutely. I think my students benefit from having access to laptops in the classroom. I think that helps with all different sorts of assignments and assessments that we can give. I also feel that the active panel in the classroom makes it very easy to put up different media for the students to consume, helping address different standards.
It all depends on how it's actually used. If it's used, it would be used equitably, then everyone should have access. But if it's not going to be used equitably, which it won't be, because some teachers are more apt to use it than others. So for those who are requesting it and will actually use it, they should have access to it, whereas other teachers prefer not to. And I think the preference is where teachers should have a say.
Though some teachers have a wider range of technology, students are still able to gain their education, day by day, second by second. This is Julian Moncayo reporting for WMSD News.
Recently, Disney Plus celebrated its second birthday. Here is Max Friedman on how it celebrated.
Disney Plus celebrates its birthday with new trailers and announcements. Disney reveals new upcoming projects and ideas. On November 12th, it commemorated the streaming service's second birthday, continuing on with Phase 4 development for Marvel's recently popular movies such as Shang-Chi and Eternals. Disney opens up the world to new ideas.
I expect a lot of Marvel and probably a lot of cartoons.
Marvel, they did release a lot of stuff, so that got everybody talking.
Audiences are intrigued with upcoming projects, such as Star Wars' Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Legacy of Boba Fett, Marvel's Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and many more projects to come.
Personally, I think that it was handled pretty well for the first ever Disney Plus Day.
I thought that there was some pretty good stuff, especially for Marvel, especially with Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, all that stuff.
Disney creates a trend that audiences want to follow, taking on new ideas and revising on past ones. With a bright future, Disney looks to take over as the #1 streaming service, competing against HBO Max and Netflix.
The marketing, it was pretty good. They basically teased a lot of stuff for Disney Plus Day.
The marketing I thought was pretty good. They dedicated an entire day at Disney World just to this event.
Even with trailers being exclusive to the service, Disney still prefers comparing the Marvel's Eternals with excellent marketing. Fans seem to dislike the movie, with an 80% rating compared to Shang-Chi's 98% rating. Fans have faith in Disney's ideas, believing they will be delivered greatness.
Either Spider-Man freshman year. I'm excited to see if they're actually going to tackle the origin story.
I would have to say She-Hulk, just because it's a new character and we've never seen anything from it before.
Happy birthday, Disney Plus. We look towards the possibilities. This is Max Friedman reporting from WMSD-TV News.
With students back in school full-time, there has been a shortage of substitutes throughout the school. Victoria Diaz is here with more info.
Stoneman Douglas is facing a major substitute shortage. Since coming back from virtual school, Stoneman Douglas has been experiencing a big issue. Classes are being sent to rooms like the auditorium or media center rather than having valuable class time.
It's just like another study hall. You just sit there and do nothing.
Since students cannot be left alone unsupervised, they are told to go to a location where they spend the class period waiting for the next. Many students find this to be wasting their class time and making them very unproductive. Getting assignments done becomes more challenging.
I would much rather have a substitute in the room because then they're still working on the curriculum. You know, it's not the same as having a teacher, but at least they're focused on what's going on. I think a lot of times if you go to the cafeteria, the auditorium, the media center, it's posted on Canvas, it's not the perfect learning environment.
Many teachers feel that this time spent in these alternative locations is negatively impacting their students. Students are not using this time to do their work. This sets their lesson plans back.
So I put my assignment online on Canvas thinking that it is going to be in my classroom, but I don't always know that.
Teachers are finding it harder and harder to get a substitute for their classes. They're having to call in for subs weeks in advance. However, still, this is not guaranteed they will even get one. The demand for substitutes is at an all-time high right now. The school is working to solve this major issue. This is Victoria Diaz reporting for WMSD-TV News.
Students have recently complained about the long lines during lunch. Lucky Lopez is here to fill us in.
Overcrowding is heavily affecting the quality of our school lunch. Long lunch lines, few lunch staff, and having a new high record of Douglas students is drastically impacting the free lunches at school.
Quality of school lunch isn't that good, and I feel like they could do better. Since I have second lunch, by the time I get to eat, it's like not that great.
Overcrowding at school is also causing students to have barely enough time to eat or even eat at all.
Well, I know people that don't get into the line until like 5 minutes after the bell rings to get to lunch, and they don't get out of the line until 5 minutes until the bell rings to go to class. So they have zero time to eat lunch.
Students are offered free lunch from Broward County's program, but they don't appreciate eating the same thing every day.
I feel like Broward County could budget more funds into the food and have more options for like vegan and vegetarians.
After having to eat the same thing every day, students have to rush to go to class.
It affects the school lunch times by limiting the time I have left to eat, since like people skip the line and stuff.
Students don't appreciate school lunches but are hopeful for the future. This is Lucky Lopez reporting for WMSD TV News.
As the holiday season closes in, the community is starting to show their holiday spirit. Here's Isabella LeCarey and Riley Green to show us how they do so.
The holiday season is just around the corner and everyone is getting ready.
My favorite holiday decoration is the Christmas tree because there's fun things to do by putting up the lights and the decorations.
There are so many unique decorations.
The holiday decorations around town make me feel really good because it reminds me of all the good memories I've had during the holiday season.
With the holiday season rapidly approaching, everyone is starting to decorate, whether it's family homes, cities around the county, or even teachers here at Stoneman Douglas High School.
There's simple Christmas trees and giant elephants and even things hidden in trees.
We usually set up like the Christmas tree and try to go crazy with the ornaments too a little bit.
Different cultures even have different decorations.
I'm a Catholic and I come from like South American country. We have this tradition called like Nacimiento, which is basically like a little diorama of like the night that Jesus Christ was born.
This is Isabella LeCarey
and Riley Green
reporting for WMSD TV News.
That's all for this week. I'm Colin Constein, and I'll see you next week on WMSD TV News.